I managed to get the last ham and cheese croissant. I'm really happy because last time I got this, I left the room because Ube threw up, and then when I returned to said room, the croissant was flipped upside down on the floor, and Beck was chewing at it. I need a napkin. Yeah. Today's gonna be a fun day because I wanna go get fall decor. For context, I did not live in a family that decorated for holidays that wasn't Christmas. We're not like a super religious family. It just like kind of felt like if you're gonna spend money on decorations, let it be for Christmas because that seems like the most important one to us. But we never decorated for Halloween, for fall, Easter, none of that stuff. Like I used to think that a candle was a luxury item because I always associated candles with fall and we never had candles growing up. So that's why I wanted to go get some fall decor. Kind of wanted to immerse myself in the seasons. Also, in Arizona where I grew up, there are no changing leaves in the like Phoenix area because most of the trees and bushes in Arizona are desert plants like this and that, and so they don't really change in color. They just kind of look like that year round. And it wasn't until last fall that I went upstate with Weston and Kaylin. We went on like a little trip and I saw how red the leaves get and how orange and how brightly like I thought it was just kind of like it probably only looks like that on screen, but in real life it's probably like less saturated. No, bitch, it looks exactly like that in real life. So why the fuck not? Go get some pumpkins, some ceramic leaves. I don't know, get crazy with it. Anyway, I got a drywall guy coming in at 3. And it's about 11 now. So after this, after I, tackle this, I'm gonna go ahead and go. I'm going to Michael's for the decor. I don't know if it's gonna be like this vast array of, different types of selection. My kind of goal is to go for fall, less Halloween, but the thing is I can't get too much. I can't over consume, which is good because we don't have a lot of space. And quite frankly, Michael's here is very different than in like Arizona or Chicago. Like it's really small, so they probably only have a certain amount of things, which win for me, win for my wallet. I don't think I'm gonna go to TJ Maxx, but it's in the area, If God has a will, he has a way. I'll end up there somehow if it's written in the stars. So yeah, I'll see you there. Before I go, we have to walk the stinker though. Right, Ube? She does not like the function of putting the harness on, but her loves to go outside. Wanna go potty outside? Outfit change. I'm putting jeans on because I literally was about to say that, oh, I think my period's coming in the next couple days, so good thing I'm going today to leave. And then I felt my back spasming, and that usually indicates and kickstarts the blood when I feel that, so I put on a pad and some pants. And I started sweating outside when I was walking Ube, so I put on my I Love Ube shirt. Anyway, we're gonna go to the train. Who have never been to the Michaels in New York City, this is what it looks like. Like that's crazy. I'm talking so low because no one's here. I need to log in. 60% off. Then there's so many options. Not like. I said I wasn't gonna get a lot, but I don't know, guys. Oh, these are cute. They have Dia de los Muertos here. They have Cunty Pink Barbie Halloween. They have classic home. There's like, I wasn't expecting this much. 60% off. I feel like Liza Koshy. 60% off. I saved $46 because it was 60% off today. Oh, it feels good. I still have about 3 hours, so the fuck, I'm going to TJ Maxx. Where is it? I was about to say it's kind of mid, but then I turned the corner. Ooh. Alright. I'm looking for a table runner. We don't have one of those. And I think it'd be really good for preventing stains on the table. So I'm gonna be looking for that. Oh. Hello. It's huge, dude. They're as long as me. Damn. Okay, I found a place runner, but a table runner. It's kind of long. But that makes sense because most tables are really long. So I tried doing like a placemat instead. And it's too wide. I'm having a little bit of problems, but it's fine. I'd cut it, but it would look weird. So we're gonna keep looking. I'm so glad that I do not have a football boyfriend, because if I'd had any football merchandise in the house, I'd kill myself. I'm sorry. I am actually so surprised that I left TJ Maxx without buying anything. Am I improving? But I'm gonna go home now because it's time for me to go to the bathroom, and not the kind where I can just like go to the TJ Maxx bathroom. But I think successful. I think pretty successful. I think I got everything that I needed, and nothing more, nothing less. So, yeah. I am home, and I have a salad. I was trying to record this, and then I noticed Ube was like tweaking out on the floor, and I'm like, what's happening? And then she spit something out, and it's her tooth. She's a growing girl. And earlier, I heard her crunching on something and swallowed, and I was like, what the fuck was that? I'm assuming some of her like last bit of baby teeth are falling out, and you know, she's kind of getting back to normal. Oh, it's like smudgy. What the fuck is this smudgy? Let me, hold on. I don't think that helped. I'm gonna on you. But yeah, and there's a whole thing with her eating. Maybe I'll talk about it later, but basically, I then proceeded to just talk about it. And as I'm editing this, I can already see the comments, so I'm not gonna air out what I said, but I will say that point blank period, my dog's not eating her food, and if you have an idea or suggestion in your head, I've already done it. There isn't a universe where I've missed one solution. Because I've talked to people in person recently who have all had dogs and who haven't had dogs, and I tell them the issue. They say, well, try this. And I said, I have. And they go, oh, well, actually, maybe you should try this instead. And I go, oh, I already did that. I actually did that twice because I thought it worked the first time, then it didn't. So, moving on, you get the gist of what I'm trying to say. Who actually knows? Anyway, like I said, I'm home. I'm eating lunch now. I'm gonna let the drywall guy come in and do what he needs to do up in the corner over there. And then I will crack at the decorations. And we're gonna have a fucking ball. I'm so excited. It was also nice to just like get things and know that like next year I'll just reuse them. It was also nice to know that I can't get too many things. I saved so much money. Ow! You're biting my feet. Just biting my ankles, man. Stop it. Enough. No. I think I got a good amount of stuff. I don't think I have any purchase regrets. I have no vase though. For like the flower things that I got. I mean, I have like a pitcher. We could try that. I was gonna get one there, but the only one that they had like a pumpkin on it. And, you know, I'm not gonna, use that only just for this time of year. Like, when Christmas comes around. I was about to say, oh my god, cannot wait to go Christmas shopping. We have decor. Damn it. But maybe we can throw some of that old stuff out and get some new stuff. Okay. I will see you in a couple hours. What? She wants me to throw a ball. Okay. After I'm done. I'm watching these vlogs about preparing for fall. And I'm realizing, goddamn, maybe I didn't prepare enough. Goddamn. Her intro is animated to the season. Fuck. Damn it. Oh, these white women got something on me. They're always 2 steps ahead. I didn't eat anything pumpkin today. Fuck. Can't take this. Okay. All right, a little tripod. Anyway, the guy left. He still has to come back and paint the thing. Oh, don't look at my ass. Don't look at. Anyway, I'm making pasta. Also, I'm sorry that my camera keeps going out of focus, but unfortunately, not only have I had this thing for ages, but it's fallen victim to being thrashed around in my carry-on, and now I don't really know how to fix it. I will decorate. I promise. I promise. I'm leaving it for the last thing because I'm so excited. Duh. But yes, so I don't know. I'm gonna try to make like a chicken Alfredo thing. I've made it before. Don't ask me for recipe. I'm going no measurements. I'm doing it Filipino style. Doing it immigrant mother style, just throwing things in, flipping the chicken with my own hands. I will not be doing that. I do not want to be touching raw chicken. Like even grabbing this makes me shrivel. And you're probably like, oh, you know, you're probably destined to be vegetarian. No, I just, like, I don't like any kind of food that's this type of texture slime, right? Even if this was like a really thick noodle, I'm most likely not gonna be touching it. Imagine boiling water. Then, in this pan, 2 sliced pieces of chicken breasts, awfully thin, and they go flip them over. Drain pasta. Mix everything in this pan. Beautiful. I mean, not a single vegetable in sight, but who's counting? Hell yeah. I'm not really someone who cooks often, because, God, I'm just like everyone else. I'm scared of touching raw meat, you know. But when I do pick up the pan, yeah. Be ready. This looks delicious. Here we go. Oh, good. God damn. Fuck, man. You hear that? They're coming because after I'm done with this, I'm going to cardiac arrest. Probably with the amount of sodium I used? Yeah. Okay, leave me alone. I'm eating. Things are looking a bit orange, but God forbid that be the mood, right? I changed, and I actually have not touched this bag since the moment I got here. So I'm gonna show you what I have before I start hanging things up. But first, let's review what we already have. All right, these were pre-established items, meaning that like these were here before I was even here. Number 1, Thanksgiving turkey. Number 2, actually I purchased this. Mouse on pumpkin. Now that those are out of the way, let's go to what I've bought. First and foremost, a bag of pumpkins. Who knows where these will go? Who knows where they will be placed? Where they're gonna go for the rest of the year? But we've got a good assortment, about 6. This was 60% off, so if we look at the price, about $3. Beautiful. My plan is to put things throughout the living room and the kitchen, and whatever doesn't fit goes on my desk in my area. But it is very heavily saturated with many figurines and plushes, so let's see how that goes. Number 2, a little garland thing. Some like leaves, but also like there's lights. And we have AA batteries, so that works out great. I guess I kind of lied. I was like, I'm not gonna do anything Halloween-y, but this is very subtle. This I feel like is gonna go on my area because I feel like I'm not gonna know where to put this. Ghost with a little jack-o'-lantern. These, which I don't really have a plan for, maybe sprinkle them throughout somewhere. I was thinking putting them on the table over there and having like a fall table runner that I was looking for, but they were all very long and I did not know the proper width of the table here, so I didn't want to buy one to be like, oh, it's way too big, like drapes over and looks unsettling. I'm not gonna use these as salt and pepper shakers because we only have like the salt pieces and like the peppercorns, and then we just like refill our shaker thing because it grinds it, because my parents got it for us for Christmas 2 years ago. They're just like fall salt and pepper shakers. I was thinking we just use them as decor on the stovetop. And lastly, a candle, baked apple cinnamon candle. Ugh. You know, this smells like Michael's rather than like the actual, smell it. Yeah. I mean, for $7, when the candles right now at Bath & Body are $25, that's it. Oh, there's also like a few things around here that I kind of forgot that were around before I came around. Let me get them. This lovely multicolored pumpkin, very nice. This like fall garland thing with a very cute little like crane face. I don't know, but I really like this. I totally forgot 2 contributions that I've made. A little white ass baby, but oh, he's trick-or-treating. He's different than the other white ones. So let's get this party started.
You know, it's no like move that bus kind of transformation, right? But it's something tangible. It's the spirit that's behind it that matters. So let me give you a little in-depth tour. Number 1, starting off on the transformation, we have this beautiful long candle that's set right in front of this glimmering vintage mirror. This was purchased from the Dumbo flea market that appears every Sunday. And there was a set of 2, but we only needed 1. Over here we have an original work by yours truly. Very nice. Another candle that was already here present, but it See, it adds to the mood, right? And then to the left, motioning to the left, we see this Thanksgiving turkey that was here before I was. Moving on to the bookcase, of course, we have Box. Box has been here for quite a while. For those who don't know, I voiced this character in Inanimate Insanity. Over here, you're probably like, oh, I didn't see this in the hall. Well, that's because I crocheted this little bitch about a year ago. It's some sort of chicken, rooster, mother hen situation. Thought it kind of fit the theme, so I kind of brought her out. Here we have a beautiful harvest arrangement nestled in a crane type of vase. We have a little pumpkin that I purchased today. Very crafty, very light, something to kind of add a bit to the evenness. See, everything makes sense here. Maybe we should turn this on. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Oh, this is great, right? Amazing. There's the wall. Everything is very cohesive and makes sense. Let's get to the next one. Here is a mirror / candle holder from Magnolia. Very nice, giving a wooden type of aesthetic. Very warm, welcoming, pleasing, open-armed. Now we get to the interesting part, which is this whole display here. I think it looks magnificent. This is probably the most viewed wall out of any of the walls, hence why I had to make this area the most visually interesting. Let's start from the corner. Number 1, we have a previously purchased mouse on a pumpkin Cinderella core thing from TJ Maxx that I got maybe a couple weeks ago. You know, he's got places to go, things to do, people to see. This apple candle from Michael's today, 3-wick, $7. Anyways, we pan away, we also come across this beautiful AI video of fall foliage in a cabin somewhere in Ohio, maybe. Now, we have here some original artwork. I will tag this artist. I purchased their work a couple weeks ago. I think it's been actually over a month. I mentioned them in their blog, but here is their work. And then we have a little spurt of magic right there. Added that. Very, very nice. Then we pan down and let's move to the left. What we see here is a very interesting arrangement curated by Michael himself from Michael's red, orange, a little bit of yellow. Beautiful vase. Don't know where it's from, but I found it in the kitchen cupboard. And then the ghost, of course, with the pumpkin to insinuate that Halloween comes first and then harvest, right? Candle from 3 years ago. That, actually we're not gonna look in there because it's really disgusting. But anyway, you know in Cat's Eye where like Manon is like the visual? This wall is technically the visual. Like, that's the star of the show, you know? Let's move to the dining area. Oh my god, I'm so taken aback by the amount of decor here. How can I fit to describe every single item in this video? I'll have to speed through. At number 1, we have some more fall foliage. Nice little fluffy fake flowers that I feel like a person with exquisite taste would really appreciate. And then below it is a vase, another one, a pitcher of sorts to kind of water plants, but it's instead being used to hold the fake flowers. And below it is a gifted book of great bars in New York City. I have never opened this book, but it's not a gift for me, so why would I? I'd also like to acknowledge that this table used to be extremely dark. It was like very dark wood, and we did a whole transformation and we lightened it, and now it looks like this. So props to us. Now I'm just doing like a fucking now I'm just doing like a room tour. These are these are chairs from Joss and Martin, and then these gingham little plush things are from Target online. Oh, Kiki, what do you have to deliver? Service? You're not Kiki. Here we have another antique, I'd like to call it, something that was here before I. Multicolored pumpkin. Very nice. This was from my room, my little desk area, and I brought them out, you know, to bask in the Halloween core. This is a pumpkin that I purchased, and if we go below, oh, yet another pumpkin purchased by Aisha. Isn't that grand? Ain't that just splendid? So yes, that is the total transformation of the living room. Wow. Was it worth your time? Was it worth your money? Was it worth your precious hours? Anyway, as we enter the kitchen, Beck the cat makes his way and does his rounds around the counter. Here are the salt and pepper shakers that I decided to place right on top of this 100-year-old stove. It's actually really cute. Like, I turned it opposite so you wouldn't see the holes. You know what I mean? So I've got that on top of there. Maybe I can turn the light on a bit easier. There we go. Now you can see. I think it's really cute. And that concludes the end of the fall decor vlog. Thank you so much for watching. I had a great time, and I'm really excited to wake up tomorrow morning and kind of forget that I bought all this stuff and then look around and be like, who broke into my home and decorated this place so splendidly, and then realize it was me all along. Once again, thanks for watching. Subscribe, do whatever you want, and I gotta go take my dog out to poop before I go to bed. So, anyway, we'll see you later.
You want to say bye, Ube? I want to say bye.
Okay, I'm sorry.